Hello everyone, it's me again, Teacher Licano. We will make our day great by having a great discussion about a great lesson. Today, we will talk about the evolution of modern English, focusing on linguistic changes and adaptations over time. English has undergone many linguistic changes and adaptations over time, affecting all levels of the language. Some of the main changes are the changes of sounds, words, and grammar. First, we will talk about the sound changes. Sound changes are the changes in the way words are pronounced. So there are two types of sound changes. But before I will discuss that, I'll let you figure out the two types of sound changes by answering this activity. You only need to fill the blanks or fill the missing letters to form the words and to figure out the two types of sound changes. Okay, time's up. Yes, you are correct. Two types of sound changes are regular and irregular. So what do you mean by regular and irregular sound changes? When we say regular sound changes, it affects all the words with a certain sound or pattern. Whereas when we say irregular sound changes, it affects only some words or exceptions. And now we have various factors of sound changes, namely articulation, analogy, and social factors. So what is articulation, analogy, and social factors? When we say articulation, it is the tendency to simplify or reduce sounds that are difficult or complex to produce, while analogy is the tendency to make words more similar or consistent with each other. On the other hand, social factor is the influence of speakers' identity, status, or attitude on their pronunciation. So that is the sound changes, its types, and the various factors of sound changes. Now we will jump to the word changes. So word changes are the changes in the form or the meaning of words. And also there are three types of word changes. That is, so before I will discuss the two types of word changes, I will let you figure out what are those. By simply answering this activity, you only need to complete these rumbled letters to form the word and to figure out the two types of word changes. Okay, time's up. You are correct. The two types of word changes are morphological and semantic. So what is morphological and semantic? When we say morphological, it affects the structure or the composition of words, while semantic affects the sense or reference of words. Word changes also have various factors, namely derivation, compounding, borrowing, and metaphor. Now we have the example of derivation, the first factor of word changes. It is the example of derivation. So, as what you have observed, happy is the original word, and there are new words at the bottom, that is happiness and unhappy. So we can observe that happiness and unhappy are created from the original word happy, right? So What do you think is derivation? Yes, very good. Derivation is the process of creating new words by adding prefixes or suffixes to existing words. So, let's go back to the example. So, it is very understandable. Happy is the original word, and it is added with affixes, either prefix or suffix, to form new words, and that is derivation. Now, the next factor, that is compounding. So this is the examples of compounding. So as what we see, black plus board equals blackboard, butter plus fly equals butterfly. So as what we see, there are two words that are combined to form a new word. So obviously, compounding is the process of creating new words by combining two or more words together. Let's go back to our example. It's very understandable, right? So that is compounding. So the next factor is borrowing. Literally is the process of adapting words from other languages. For example, pizza, karaoke, and yoga. So pizza is an Italian. It is an Italian word. Karaoke is a Japanese word, and yoga is a Sanskrit word. By the way, Sanskrit is the root of Indian languages. So it is the example of borrowing or adapting words from other languages. So we all know that we use these words in our or in constructing English languages. We use pizza, karaoke, yoga, and many words that are from other languages. So that is borrowing. And the last factor of word changes, we have metaphor. Metaphor is the process of extending the meaning of words by using them figuratively or symbolically. Example, snake. So we all know that snake originally means a venomous reptile. But with the use of metaphor, or by using the word snake, by using it figuratively or symbolically, snake can mean as evil or betrayal. So why evil? So why snake means evil? So we all know at the Genesis, the thing that tempted Eva to eat the forbidden fruit is a snake. So that snake symbolizes the evil. So that is the reason why snake symbolizes evil. And also, the word snake is famously used with the meaning of betrayal. So I guess I don't need to explain that anymore, because I know that you also use the word snake to refer betrayal. So now we will move on to the grammar changes. So what is grammar changes? Grammar changes are the changes in the way words are arranged or connected in sentences. So grammar changes can affect syntax and morphology. So what is syntax and morphology? When we say syntax, it is the order or the structure of words, while morphology is the form or the inflection of words. So also grammar changes have various factors, namely simplification, analogy, and contact. So what is simplification, analogy, and contact? When we say simplification, it is the tendency to reduce or eliminate grammatical elements that are unnecessary, while analogy is the tendency to make grammatical patterns more similar or consistent with each other, On the other hand, contact is the influence of other languages or dialects on the grammar of a language. So, that is grammar changes. So, it's all for this video. So again, it is the evolution of modern English, focusing on the linguistic changes and adaptations over time. Again, English has undergone many linguistic changes and adaptations over time, and it affects all levels of language, such as sounds, words, and grammar. I hope that you have learned some new and great knowledge from this video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.